I saw a way to keep my home, not only keep my home, but to have a business for myself that could possibly bring thousands into our home every month.
When I came across Forever, I kind of thought that it was a way out. I felt that it was a way of me getting the amount of money that I needed to kind of have the lifestyle that I wanted.
My daughter, when she wanted to go under the property ladder, her and her partner had no money, they had no deposit. I couldn't afford to help them, but because of this business, I was able to get them their first deposit for their first little house.
If somebody had said to me back then, I can see you running your own business whenever you become in your late 20s, I would have just went, I don't think so.
No doubts that my life is going to be for the better, especially with this company. I just think it's, how would you explain it? It's magic.
I had my restaurant for 2 years in the mall that was going to be the mall of the future. And each shop closed down, then closed down, then closed down. So eventually, I had a business. No matter what I did, it couldn't work. Just couldn't work. I couldn't see a future. I couldn't imagine a future because it was a black hole.
Everybody hears of the stresses and strains of nursing. You know, it's early hours, it's unsociable hours, early mornings, late evenings. You're continuously on your feet. You're continuously trying to help people. And really, I don't know why, but it's getting busier and busier.
I think it worked out about when I was finishing about £78,000 of debt.
I was out of work for a year. It ruins you. It takes all your confidence away.
I worked in the city as a futures and options broker for 7 years. I was made redundant a couple of times, which was shocking. So when you turn up for work one day wanting to give of your best and having given of your best, and suddenly they turn around and say, well, actually, we don't want you to give of your best. In fact, we don't want you at all. It's just such a horrible experience. And the second time round, I set up my own company. 2.5 years of sleepless nights, stress, worrying. Unfortunately, that business went bust and I lost everything.
I was working in a salon, managing a salon, doing very long hours out of the house. We had just built this house. I had a 3-year-old child at the time, and to be honest with you, was never home because I spent most of the time in work. I just always had this longing to be at home.
I had worked in a firm before that for years and years that I loved. It was great. The clients were lovely. The boss was lovely. Oh God, it was just a lovely place to work. And he merged his practice with this new firm, and it was just a different way of doing things. They had a completely different way of treating people and treating their staff and treating our clients, and I just don't like it.
I just was at a crossroad in my life at the time, and I was just looking for something. I really wanted something that I could work around the kids.
I was just in work, and my back actually just collapsed from my neck down to my waist. You know, here I am lying on my back and thinking, God, you know, how are we going to get through this?
I could be laid off at any point, which is why I was looking for something else, to know that I was in control of my future.
Everything in today's world is changing so fast, and while much in life is great, much of what once seemed certain is now uncertain. Fun, in many cases, has turned into fear, and the future is being faced with caution instead of anticipation. Which is why, if you're looking for an opportunity to make a difference in your life, it's crucial not only to choose the right one for now, but one which will safeguard and secure your own and your family's future.
I just didn't think that you could make a living out of something that you brought home in a box. I really just didn't think that there was money to be, you could make enough money out of something that was in a box.
I saw that, right, here is an opportunity that has been presented to me. And if I have the will to take it, then I feel that this could give me the things that I were missing in my life. It would afford me the opportunity to have time for myself and yet fulfill the things that I liked in life of meeting people. And if I work hard at it, that I could get financial independence and security.
It was actually when they were talking about the business and the word willable was mentioned. I never really thought about pensions or being able to pass on something to my kids. And when I heard willable, I thought, wow, you know, there's something here. There's definitely something here to look at.
My perpetual state 16 years ago was anxiety. Anxiety on the financial front, security front.
I mean, life was a constant worry. You know, when you're bringing up children and you're paying bills and you're paying rent and you're running a car and you're doing all the things that most families do, it's a constant battle. A bill drops on the doorstep and you think, oh my goodness, how am I going to pay that? And then before you know it, another one's dropped on the doormat. And so there was always an element in the back of my mind that life was all about juggling. When I first started out in Forever, all I saw, if I'm being totally honest, is about £2,000 a month.
It seems to be the only thing you think about is money. It's like first thing in the morning to the last thing at night. How am I going to get more money? How am I going to get that paid? Oh, I missed that bill. Or you get another reminder from the credit card or something like that. And it's just all that extra stress. But it's funny, like when you start getting that little bit of extra money every month, you just become a little bit happier.
It was as if somebody had thrown us a lifeline to rescue our lives. And that's what it felt like. I'm not saying that I wasn't sceptical. I was definitely sceptical, and I did check it out thoroughly. But everything I checked stacked up against what they told me.
It's not money for nothing. It is a real business. When I initially saw it and I thought, oh, it's one of those silly American things. When I looked at it then in detail, I realised, no, this is a real business. And you have to work it like a real business. But if you do that, it will probably do what it's done for us. It'll save your home. It'll save your lifestyle.
I genuinely now see this as a way out of working for a company that I don't like.
While many companies who we all thought of as long-term success stories are now struggling, Forever continues to grow, as it always has done through the booms and the busts of the last 30+ years, showing remarkable growth in spite of the global economic downturn. Of great importance in the current climate, we're cash-rich and totally debt-free, privately owned and secure with over $1 billion worth of assets around the world, where we operate in over 135 countries, meaning we're not beholden to any shareholders or lending institutions or the fluctuations of unpredictable markets. Forever provides certainty in an increasingly uncertain world. Forever Living Products Ireland has been trading since 1992 and has outstanding potential for the future. From our head office in Macroramorn House in Larne, Forever provides superb local, regional and national support, with excellent training, earning the company the prestigious Investor in People Award in an astonishing 12 weeks, and we recently sailed through the certification for the second time. Why such potential, even in the current financial climate? Well, one of the major reasons is the way we view our health. Increasing awareness of the importance of what we eat and what we put in and on ourselves and our families is fueling the booming sales in the health and nutrition market for natural products. In a recession, people may not want to buy a new car or a TV, but they still want to look and feel good. Forever produces a range of top quality natural products for precisely this expanding marketplace. We are also at the cutting edge in the way we market those products. Forever, like more and more manufacturers, now supply their customers direct, cutting out the middlemen. Team marketing, buying direct from the manufacturer and being paid for recommending their products or services, is a powerful approach that many traditional companies like Toyota and Gillette are using to apply to their own operations. Combining the continuing explosion in the health and nutrition market with the huge growth in team marketing as Forever does, you're able to develop and control strong, stable incomes from home. You can start working part-time without it affecting your current job or career. Then, if you want to, you can develop it into a full-time business. There's a range of incomes from a few €100 or pounds a month to many thousands. The choice is yours. Of course, building any successful business requires work and application. The sense of achievement when success is secured is enormous. Increasingly, many people around the country are earning an extra €120 to €600, £100 to £500 a month to help top up the monthly household income by using the products, enjoying the benefits they bring, and simply telling others about them. Our business is about recommending, not selling. Have you ever recommended a film, a restaurant, or a book to anyone you know? Of course you have. That's all we do, and we get paid to do it. Those of us who are interested in a larger second income, working consistently but still part-time, can earn between €300 and €1,400, £250 and £1,200 a month. The kind of extra income that begins to make a real difference to people's lives. Nearly €17,500, £14,500 a year. How do you earn this kind of extra income? You use the products, recommend them to others, and talk to people about our business. By doing this, you develop a team. Helping your people build their teams means yours develops and grows too, just like your cheque.
I was almost speechless. You know, here was an envelope arriving in the post, and I opened it, and there was a cheque made out to Jane Leach for £2,300. And it was like, oh my goodness, it works. It's real.
It was a huge feeling of relief. And suddenly, it's amazing. You wake up and the air smells better, your food tastes better. It just was that feeling, if we can do that, then we can do anything.
Oh, within 4 weeks, I was earning £200 a month. And after I earned that, I thought, well, if I put a wee bit more time, effort and commitment into it, maybe I could double that. And I did. And I got it up to £600 a month, working about 15 hours a month. And I thought, now I can see something that I might be able to pay my debts off with.
I started seeing a way that I could secure our future. You know, especially with the economic downturn, I started seeing things changing in our lives. James's wages going down, no overtime, different things. And I knew that I had this business, and I knew that if I put the work in, that I could get a good income from it and good stability.
You know you have the peace of mind of all of these people behind you. I know I can ask Niamh for help if I need it. I can ask anyone else for help if I need it. And that cushion is great.
We can't be successful, and by we I mean no one in Forever can be successful unless you help the people that join your team to become successful too.
I couldn't understand why all these people wanted to help me, because in traditional jobs that doesn't happen. Quite often there is a glass ceiling, you can see the top, but you know you'll never really get there, you know? Whereas with Forever, it's a different story. They want you to achieve, and they do everything to help you.
As you continue to build your business, leaders will emerge and identify themselves. Work with those leaders. Help them develop their businesses and achieve what they want from life. And the income is paid in a different way, as a royalty or a pension-style income. With commitment, a willingness to learn, and determination, people can create outstanding, sustainable incomes. What kind of money are we talking about now? Anything from €1,400 to €12,000, £1,200 to £10,000 a month and more. Incredible? Well, there are men and women working with Forever earning multiples of that now, £20,000 a month and more. This house is the stuff that dreams are built of.
I love coming home, and we have the family. There's room for everybody to stay. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I have to pinch myself sometimes to think I live in a house like this.
The worry went off my face when I seen what it could do for me and how it could help my kids and how my life could change.
I set a plan for myself. I told one other person about it, and I thought, right, and in 4.5 years I was debt free. I paid £78,000 of debt off.
I feel blessed. I feel blessed because I have security that no one can take away from me, because what I've built with Forever will be there forever. It allows us to take 2.5 to 3 months holiday every year. In fact, we've just got back from an apartment that we bought in Cyprus last year, which we've never been to. That's the 6th country that I visited this year.
I have travelled to Australia, and that was one of the things that I wanted to do. So I did that June 06 till June 08, which was absolutely fantastic.
Ever since I had my children, I'd always had a dream. And that dream was to educate my children in very top private schools. And one of the proudest moments in my life, in my Forever career, was the day that we dropped them off at the school, and they had their uniforms on, and they had their briefcase and their little caps, and they walked through the gates, and that was the start of an incredible journey for them.
Ella, my eldest, is very into music. I mean, earlier this year she was on a chamber choir tour to New York and Washington, and I was able to go on that tour, and I was one of only 2 or 3 parents that were able to go on that tour. George is into sport. I'm able to see him go and play sport. I take him to see events. I take him to see football, rugby matches, cricket matches.
I also have a second home in the south of France, in a beautiful hilltop village, set in about an acre. It's just beautiful. And that's where we go when we want a little bit of quiet time, a little bit of R&R and to catch up and, you know, relax.
Ella's 14 and she's already a teenager, and in 4 years' time she's not going to want to hang out with Daddy anymore. This time is special, and I know so many fathers who never get to see their kids. You know, they leave for work at 7 in the morning, they're not back till 7, 8 o'clock at night. They never get to see their kids, and it's tragic, because once your kids grow up, that's it, they're gone.
The difference to us as a family has been fantastic. You know, we still get to go on holidays, we still get to do all the things that I know would be gone. Do you know? Our lifestyle would be completely different if we didn't have Forever.
There's hope now in the future. We're looking forward to something.
My future is getting bright because we don't need to have any deaths in our lives, and the future for our children could see everything is in the proper place.
Already doing the figures now alone, we'll see that there is something that's unstoppable, that's beginning to gather weight.
It's given me a second income that I would have never thought, I would have never even dreamt that I would have had a chance to do anything different than what I always knew I could do.
This has given me time for myself, whereby I can grow, time with my wife, time with my son, gives me time to meet my friends, and still I can work.
You're in control of your own life, you're in control of your own finances, you're in control of everything, which I know can be scary for some people, and it is scary. You know, when our business started getting bigger, I started getting a little bit scared, didn't I? Because I wasn't sure about the responsibility. I wasn't sure if I was able for it. I have learnt that I can do it. And then if I can do it, anyone can do it.
As your business grows, you move naturally into a position where you qualify for other things the company offers. There are regular incentives throughout the year, international trips, and the car plan. Topping it all, once a year, a percentage of the company's turnover is given back to distributors as a bonus, for which anyone can qualify.
11,381 euros, 25,347 euros and 20 cents, 40,151 euros and 46 cents, 215,269 euros and 99 cents, 330,195 euros and 72 cents, 545,878 euros and 91 cents.
The potential really is uncapped. Forever can offer you €600, £500 a month to pay your mortgage, pay for those treats for you and your family, give you stability, and if you are prepared to work, offer you €60,000, £50,000 a month to give you the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. It's up to you.
Success of the company is based on the aloe vera plant. We are recognised as the world leaders in aloe vera based products. Why is ours different to all the bottles in the health food shops? First, our aloe is naturally grown, and it has been for the last 30 plus years, long before eating organic ever became so important. Second, it's the primary ingredient in all our aloe based products. We start with aloe vera and add small amounts of other ingredients needed to make up the skin creams, gels and personal care products, not the other way around. As we're the world's largest growers of aloe vera, we can afford to do this. Third, we use only the inner leaf gel, the bit that contains all the goodness. And finally, and importantly, we have a unique patented process for naturally stabilising that gel. We can always guarantee the highest quality because we own the whole process, ensuring freshness from plant to product to you. Last year, over half our turnover came from our different aloe drinking gels. They are packed full of a cocktail of nutrients, which in today's world of stress, pollution and questionable food quality is really important. And there are many other benefits that may be gained from drinking it.
I sat up and listened when I heard a lady talking about aloe vera and mentioning that it could help with hay fever. And my initial reaction was, well, hang on a minute, I'm a doctor, I'm sure I'd have heard if there was something that could help me with that problem. Didn't particularly think it would work, but I kept an open mind, and I was absolutely delighted when, after about 4 weeks of drinking the aloe, I found that I didn't need to take my antihistamine quite as regularly. I could stop the the nasal sprays, the eye drops, all those the other things that I've been really just about managing on, I found the aloe worked wonders.
Two of us were sort of saying, well, what do you think about this gel? And then after about 2-3 weeks, we both said, actually, we feel an awful lot more energetic. Could it be that gel stuff, that we're drinking? So, everything else was the same. So we thought, oh, it must be that. So there was this great sense of well-being.
And Forever has many other top-quality consumable products that are used in homes around the UK every day for people who want to look good, feel great and stay that way. Of course, we really believe in our products, but to back up that belief, Forever offers a 60-day satisfaction guarantee. If you use our products for 60 days and you don't gain a benefit, return the empty bottles or tubes with your receipt and you get your money back. Just think about that for a moment. How long do you think Forever would have lasted if the products didn't work? Not 30 plus weeks, let alone 30 plus years. Getting started in this business has been made easy by the company who've put together all the most popular products and all the literature you'll need in one package, the new distributor pack. As we said, this business is about recommendation, not selling. And as this box is heavily discounted, it's the best and most cost-effective way to try the products, to find out for yourself what the benefits are, so you can start talking to people about them straight away. To support the distributors, Forever has an advisory board. Dr. Peter Atherton is a former GP who did a 2-year research fellowship to Oxford University, studying the properties and uses of aloe. Dawn Parker is a beauty and nutritional expert with a wealth of knowledge. And David Erch is a highly qualified vet. These professionals not only use and endorse the products, but they are there to answer any queries we may have.
We have a pension in place. We have income for the rest of our lives. And that's a huge, huge thing right now, so it is.
I'm much more positive. We both are much more positive about our future. There was a stage we went through where it was really scary. So to come out the other side and have something to look forward to.
That we can both do together. As Gillian said, the way things are nowadays, it's a great position to be in.
I'm coming 52 now, and I'm thinking 8 years I'm 60. But I can now say, wow, I can enjoy the next 8 years because I've no debt. Yeah, I can get up in the morning. I can choose what I want to do. I can travel when I want to travel. I can help people.
Right now in Ireland, there are so many good people that have lost businesses and lost jobs, and Forever can offer them a way out. I know it can offer a way out because it's done it for us.
You've heard about a remarkable company with great products and our growing marketplace, and you've heard about the kind of money you can make if you put in the work. So what do we actually do? Well, we use the products and we look after a few regular customers. Most people build successful businesses with just a handful, and the third thing we do is develop a team. Let's assume, just for the moment, that you've liked what you've seen so far and you've decided to get involved with Forever. Do you think it's possible that you might be able to find just 2 other people who'd like to make some extra money? Well, by finding 2 people and helping them to do the same, that's another 4 people, and then a further 8, then 16, making a total of 30 people, but you personally only found 2. Our business is about a lot of people doing a little, so when somebody joins, we help them to develop a business turning over just €600, £500 a month, meaning that your business would now be turning over €18,000, £15,000 a month. The company will be paying you between €960 and €1,800, £800 and £1,500 a month. Now, the royalty style income we talked about. With help, you found 2 people. Do you think it's possible to go on and find a third? If we duplicate that, like we did before, there's now 120 people in your team. Look at the difference between working with 3 as opposed to working with 2. With a group this size, Forever pay you from €3,000 to €4,000, £2,500 to £3,500 a month. With help, could you make the 3 a nice round 5? Duplicating again, 25, 125, 625. There's now a total of 780 people in your team, but again, you personally only found 5. Of course, the business never develops as evenly as that. 5 who find 5 who find 5. Some find 1, some find none, some find 8 or 10 people who want to work. But building a team of 780, if you are prepared to put the work in, is very achievable. Developing a group this size can lead to the company paying you a 6-figure income. With everything you've learned so far, I'm sure you can now see that people who work with Forever have a very secure future.
It's a tough old world out there for many, many people. And I think that Forever gives people hope. That finally they found a company that they're safe with, and they can build futures, solid futures for them and their families.
You see the worry go because you suddenly see people realise that they're going to be okay. They're going to be okay for the rest of their lives. They don't need to worry about money anymore. They don't need to worry about whether their income's going to be taken away from them or not. They don't need to worry about their pensions.
Just run with it as fast as you possibly can. Don't think about it. Don't say what if. Don't do any of that. Just run with it. Because you have the full support and the backing of a phenomenal, phenomenal company. Just run with it.
If this is your first look at Forever and you see what we see, please talk to the person who gave you this DVD. They'll tell you how to get up and running quickly so you can begin to create stability, certainty, and a secure future in your life.